What's happening, 7th grade? Mr. V here, coming at you for another video, another life lesson. Here we go. Today I want to talk to you about changing your lens. You guys may have heard this expression before, changing your lens. Love this expression. Some of you might be thinking, a little bit cliche, not into it, but just hear me out because it could be helpful. Listen, how many of you have been through something difficult in your life? Something's happened to you, and it wasn't a positive thing. It was detrimental. It was hurtful. It was negative. Something happened, wasn't good, right? I'm thinking most are raising their hand right now because if you're human and you got blood flowing through your veins, you've experienced something in your life that was not favorable, something that wasn't good, right? And when we go through these things, because we're human, we tend to focus on the negative, right? We tend to focus on this negative thing, like, and we're talking about it, we're thinking about it, we're thinking about all the negative consequences of this thing. We're telling ourselves over and over that we're the victim, and sometimes we are, and we're focused on the problem, right? And I get that. I mean, I do it. I just shared a video where I was kind of doing something like that. And I do it. We all do it. I think it's human nature, but that doesn't mean we need to just kind of accept it. Like, that's just the way we're going to be. I think it's something that we need to be intentional and work hard at trying to change the way we view these things so that we can overcome them. And one of the ways I think we could do it is if we think about it in terms of changing our lens, right? Like a camera, right? Like the camera comes usually, and I don't mean like the iPhone camera, but like a real camera. It comes with a lens on it. And with that lens, you can see only so much, right? And if you want to see more than that, you're going to need to invest some money in another lens, like a wide frame lens, right? Something that can see more. And so that's kind of like what we need to do here. When we go through something that's difficult, sometimes we're looking through a very small lens and we're only focusing on the problem, the thing that happened, and all the ways that it's going to make our life hard, right? And again, I get that. And probably we're always going to do that to some degree, but we need to try to get out of that thought pattern as quickly as possible, right? So at a certain point, I think what you got to do is you got to take that lens off your camera, right? Take that lens off your camera and put on another lens so that you could see more, see the bigger picture, right? Now you got a chance because you're not only just focusing on this little thing that happened to you, you're focusing on a big picture, the big picture, right? And that gives us a shot. Now that we've changed our lens, we need to change our focus, right? On an old camera, you can change your focus. You could zoom in, you could zoom out, you can make, I could make this picture in my background clearer, and I could make my body fuzzier. I could focus over here on this thing or this hanging mask or this picture over here, right? You could change what you're focusing in on in the picture, right? And so changing the lens so we can see more of the picture, and then changing our focus so we could pick and choose what we're focusing on. These are critical in overcoming getting into these like negative thought loops and negative thought traps about what we're going through, right? Because instead of focusing on, for example, the fact that you failed science and, I failed science and my teacher wouldn't let me make up the test, and if this teacher was only more lenient about letting me make up the test, I could have probably passed it, and then if I passed it, my parents wouldn't be on me, and then I wouldn't have lost my Xbox, and then I would be still able to connect with my friends on Xbox Live on the weekends, and now I'm feeling like I don't have friends, and blah, blah, right? You could get caught up in all that, right? Or you could change the lens, change your focus, and start saying, okay, so like, maybe I could look at this from a different perspective, like, all right, instead of thinking about why the teacher didn't allow me to do a retake, maybe I could think about why I was in the position to fail the test in the first place, and then if you consider the idea that, oh man, actually in reality I didn't really prepare for that test. And then you might even say like, wow, that's like a theme for me in my life. I'm not really preparing so much for my tests. Like, maybe something good that could come out of this is like a realization that I need to take studying a little bit more seriously, right? And then you might say, okay, well, I lost my Xbox. I guess, well, you know what? Maybe now I have a couple extra minutes at night to create this new habit and put in a little extra time studying, you know? Or maybe you might say, all right, well, you know what? I don't have my Xbox, but you know what? I've been trying to learn the guitar for a couple months, and now, you know, maybe I'll put some effort into that now that I've lost this, right? My point is, you've changed your lens, you've changed your focus, and look, you're thinking about a solution to the problem, you're thinking about positive outcomes that came from this negative situation. All of a sudden, your mindset starts to change, your attitude starts to change, and you know, you start to kind of like be happier and more productive with your time and your thoughts. And so you know, I wanted to bring this to you guys because I actually, it all stemmed from an article that I read, so I'm going to attach the article too as well to this video, or to the post, so that you can see the original article where I got this from. But hey, really want to hear what you have to think about, what you think about this. Please leave a comment. Let me know you watched it. I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say about it. Leave me a comment or a thumbs up or a smiley face or something. Just let me know you were there, and that would be awesome. In the meantime, I hope everybody's having a great day, and we'll talk again soon.